Alright, so we're back. Less tangents this time, I promise. I hope that this makes sense, but if it doesn't, I also strongly encourage you to ask questions during our meeting or send me a message on Google Classroom, so that way you and I can have a one-on-one Zoom chat so we can talk about this. Because this is important. This really truly is something that you are going to need to know and that you're going to use most days of your life. I use adding and subtracting double-digit numbers literally almost every day. I'm at the store. I'm adding up how much money I have and how much an item is. Do I have enough? Or I'm buying this and I'm buying this. I need to know how much it's going to be. That's really where I use the most math, is buying things. But you use math so much. So this is seriously important, and I strongly encourage any questions so that way I can help you understand it the best that you can. All right. I said no more tangents, and I went out of tangent. I'm really done now. For connected, you will use the problem from the previous page to help you understand how to add tens and ones. Look at picture on the previous page. What is the total number of tens and ones? This is where we don't use the 0 and we just say how many tens. And also, okay, I'm looking at the picture right here. Well, do I look at this one or this one or this one? It says total number. So we're not looking at the red that I added. We're only looking at the green. How many tens do they have? They have 7 tens, right? How many ones do they have? They have 13 ones. Okay. How many tens and ones are in 13? How many tens and how many ones are in 13? There's 1 10 and 3 ones, right? Or what plus 3? This is expanded where we use the 0. 10. Okay. Add both tens, then add the ones. So both tens would be 70 plus 10. What's 70 plus 10? We can do it over here. I personally like setting up my problems like this, and I'm going to show you a strategy called Cookies and Friends. That's more, Cookies and Friends is for subtraction, but I think it's easier when I set up my problem like this because, remember, there's the ones over here and then there's the tens over here, and we use one at a time. So what's 7 plus 1? It's 8, right? And then our zeros. So 70 plus 10 is 80. And then we still have our ones. And what's 80 plus 3? 83, right? Alright, so number 4 says explain how you would add 38 plus 45. I would like you to pause the video and think about this for just a second. Alright, so let's take a peek. Real quick, we're not going to reflect, okay? The reflection just asks which one you like better. Do you like doing picture? Do you like doing model it? Or this one or this one? So explain how you would add 38 and 45. Your explanations should be one of these 3 methods, okay? So you could use base 10 blocks like this. You can take it apart and do, wait, what? 38 and 45 is what we've been talking about. What do you mean explain how you would add it? We've been adding it. Ignore me. We're not doing that one. Okay. For the apply it, these are some new math problems that I want us to think about, okay? So we're done with the 34, 38, and 45. Mr. Dane has 17 pens and 37 pencils. How many pens and pencils does he have in all? Show your work. So if you remember cubes, and I did give you the cubes as like a bookmark. I'm thinking if you don't have this but you would like this, just let me know and I will get you another copy of it, okay? So he has 17 pens and 37 pencils. How many pens and pencils does he have in all? Keyword is in all. That tells me I am adding. Eliminate the extra, so that's, I don't care about that or that or that. Well, I do care about the show you work. And then solving. So we end up with 17 plus 37, and we're talking about pencils. Okay? So, go ahead, pause the video, and use one of these methods to solve this problem. Okay, so we've talked about base 10. I'll show you base 10 a little more put together than all over the place. So if I was doing 17, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 equals, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay? So I have 17 plus 37 equals something. Okay? Well, I see, because I put my ones in a 10 frame order, I see that these ones right here are 10. So I'm going to group those, and I'm going to regroup them as a 10. And just so I don't count them anymore, I'm going to put an X over my circle. Okay? Now remember, we always start with the 1, so I'm going to count how many ones I have. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 ones. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. If I have 5 tens and 4 ones, what is my answer? 54. I don't just have one, I have pens and pencils, so we have to write that both. Pens and pencils. Okay. All right. This one is asking you to explain how to go to the next 10 to add 36 plus 18. So, 36 plus 18. Which one is closer to a 10? Six is 3 away from a 10, but 18 is only 2 away from a 10. So I would take 18 to a 10. Okay? So 18 plus 2 equals 20, right? So I added 2 to this 18. I have to take the 2 away from this 36. What's 6 take away 2? It's 34, right? So now my math problem is 34 plus 20. Okay? And for this one, whenever we have a 0, it's always easier to add, because 34, 20, if we put them like this, anything plus 0 is always its number, so the 4 just drops straight down. And then what's 3 plus 2? 5. Okay? So it's 54. When we're adding 2-digit numbers, I don't want you to get freaked out or nervous about looking at this big number, because we take it down and we work 1 digit at a time, always starting with the 1. So even if you look at it laid out this way, you still would start with the 4 and the 0 and then move to the 10. So you would use the 3 and the 2. I personally like it this way better, so that way I don't forget or get the numbers or the digits mixed up. So that way I know that this 4 and this 0 are both my 1s. I got to work with those first. And then you can practice what is the sum. So you can use this space to help you figure it out. What I do want you to do today for your assignment and turn in is this green practice page. So here is an example. And then you're using the base 10 blocks. How many 10s, how many 1s. Over here, here's a couple of math problems, okay? So we're going to take a look. I'm going to take a look at this page once you turn it in, and that's going to decide how we go about on Thursday, because I do want to make sure that you guys are understanding this, okay? So try your best. I'm sorry that these videos were long and that there was lots of confusing extra information in there. Try this green page front and back, turn it in, and then on Thursday we'll see what's today? Wednesday? On Friday. What is today? I don't even know. The next day that we do math, we'll look and see where we're at and we'll reevaluate. I hope that you have a great day, and thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully you learned something.